Starting today, there's a new effort in Bloomington to build a Veterans Memorial.
This would go behind City Hall, and plans have been in the works for a few years now. But today, veterans or their families can actually start reserving their spot in that memorial. Our Tim Blotz is here to explain. Now, Tim?
Yeah, this is going to be a first-of-its-kind Veterans Memorial in the country. It's going to incorporate interactive technology and a series of oversized dog tags that all go on sale starting today. So this is where you want to have it,
yes,
right?
This is the spot.
In a serene space behind the Bloomington Government Center, plans are already drawn for an equally serene memorial to veterans.
So I can't tell you how excited we are to be in this spot, because it really tells our veterans, shows them your service and your name and the recognition we want to have for you really matters.
The concept envisions a place for families and a place for veterans to reflect and remember, with a unique design of suspended arches or armatures.
These armatures will come out of the landscape, and there'll be 6 of them for the 6 branches of the military. And they come back together with the focal point of the American flag.
But what makes this memorial different is the viewer can touch and scan symbolic dog tags belonging to veterans.
It's not uncommon for folks to have a smartphone these days, so they can walk up and say, well, I wonder more about John Smith. They can scan the QR code with their phone, and it takes them to an online profile.
I was a trumpet player in the Navy.
The first Bloomington veteran to post his story is Bob Works. As a naval musician in the early 1960s, his story recalls playing taps along a dirt road for a black sailor's funeral in South Carolina who was not allowed to be buried in his hometown cemetery.
I played as tenderly and as with as much feeling as I possibly could, because this wasn't fair for this person to be stuck away like that. It's a shame that happened.
These are the stories of service the memorial hopes to share with the scannable tags that are now on sale.
What were they scared of? What were they proud of? What really resonated for them in those moments? And that's when that history really comes to life for people.
It's history and service, which is why Bob Works is asking his fellow veterans to join him in telling their stories.
It's really important, I think, to emphasize what we serve our country for. What is it that makes our country such a beacon of light for people all over the world?
Isn't that the truth? Now, any veteran or family of a veteran with ties to Bloomington can participate in this interactive memorial with these dog tags. In fact, those dog tags, they go on sale today for $350, and you can go to bloomingtonveteransmemorial.org. I've got that address also posted on my Twitter feed and my Facebook page. And I got to tell you this, in talking to Bob Works there, the former naval musician, he talks more about that funeral that he played for and how this happened literally weeks after the country buried President Kennedy, and how he tried to model his playing that day after the bugler who played for President Kennedy's funeral. He said playing for this black man was so important for him, and he felt it was so unfair that he couldn't be buried in his hometown cemetery. I've broken that out, and I've put that entire portion of the interview on my Facebook page and fox9.com right now.
Those stories do bring a memorial site to life. I was on a battleship where you could pick up a phone in different sections and you could listen to the voices of the people who served, and it's so powerful because it's not just metal.
If you know a veteran, take the time to ask them a few questions. They're usually happy to tell you about their experiences.
They're happy to share. And this memorial, again, the first of its kind in the country, and designed by the very architects who did the World War II museum or memorial on the Mall in Washington, D.C.
It looks like it's going to be tremendous.
It'll be great.
Can't wait. All right. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you, Tim.